Okay, the optimistic quadriplegic back again with two more Griswolds. The Griswolds I've known the longest from my days when I moved to Plymouth in 3rd grade, and still good friends to this day. And you tell stories about our group of friends that we call the Griswolds, based on that movie, vacation movies. And people like can't believe that we stayed friends for this long. They say, "You know those guys how long?"
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Mrs. McIntyre's class.
Oh yeah, don't sit under the desk. Yeah, yep, exactly. So, pardon? My director's giving me cues, but
You need to introduce their names.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
Okay, at the end is Paul Ferrioso, but nobody calls him that. That's Wally. And Dave Brass, who people call him that. He's a professional guy, but mostly Brasso or Corporal. Dave served in the Marines. We're proud of him for that. And he's got some good Marine lungs on him. You can hear Brasso wherever he is on the course.
That'll be another time.
Yeah. Okay, so I've tipped over the cart. I'm laying on the grass. You guys are not there. You're already inside, because it was our last round of the day. It's Sunday night, and you guys are getting ready to eat or shower or whatever you were doing. And how did you guys find out what had happened to me or what was going on?
I'll start. So we were at, so there was a group of us, and we all go to dinner afterwards, right? So there's a group of us at the table, maybe probably half the guys, probably 7 or 8 of us sitting there, and just waiting, didn't know what, just waiting for everybody to come in. And then the first we heard about it was a phone call from Swanson, from Bill Swanson, that got from Joe Rowe, and something happened. So there was an accident.
So Rowe called Swanson, but you guys weren't with Swanson?
No.
I was with Swanson.
Okay.
These guys were eating. Swanson and I think it was Al, were waiting to get seated, and they said Stoner got hurt, and my first reaction was, did he twist an ankle or something? I go, what happened?
Right.
Whatever. Right. And they said, no, it's pretty serious. And then I think didn't Swanee go in and get you guys at the restaurant?
Yeah.
And then me and Al walked outside, and at that point you had already left, and Gil was there. He was pretty shaken up, and the police and everybody was there, and we had no idea. I mean, that's the last thing anybody would have thought if something like that could have happened. But.
Right. So, when did you find out that I was, how serious it was, and how did you find that out? Was it that night? Was it the next morning? I mean, like, what was going on?
How I remember it was during the night, getting updates from the guys that were there.
Right.
Right. Calling us. Saying that you couldn't move maybe we heard then that you couldn't move your arms or your legs.
Right.
But the total seriousness on that's obviously serious. But over the course of time, just getting calls. Right.
Donnelly called me. We were getting updates and stuff, guys. But Donnelly called me, and the first thing, obviously you hope it's a muscle thing, or you pinched a nerve or something. And then Donnelly and Petty Boy's pretty straightforward, and I go, "How bad is it, Pat?" He goes, "It's bad, Brasso. It's really bad." And then that's when we found out, Sarah, you were on your way up, and they notified your mom and dad. It was a situation I'd never been a part of with that group of guys. It's always a fun-loving group of guys, and we were all obviously extremely shaken up.
Right. And Pat was at the hospital, but he didn't want to go in the room. He stayed out in the waiting room, so he was probably getting updates, but he never came in, and I don't blame him. I'm squeamish in the hospital too. I don't want to be there either. But what we'd always been close to each other so long. But I think what we all learned is it's okay to be 50 years old and tell your buddy that you love him. And I think we do that a lot more. So I think that's a lesson that we learned. Terrible way to learn it, but know, I'm just taking it as a challenge. I'm getting stronger every day, lots of therapy, and so, you know, I expect it all to turn out fine, and I'll be able to do a lot more. I feel sorry for Sarah as much as she has to throw me around and do a lot of work for me, but
Sarah's a godsend.
Oh,
yeah. Absolutely.
I'm going to keep recording that over and over.
That's right. I'll say it as many times as you want, because it's not enough, Sarah.
yeah, this is built to remind Chuck.
Yeah.
You're a godsend. You're a godsend.
It's all Star Kiss.
That's right.
I don't know if you want to talk about the next morning or not.
Anything you got?
Well, you hear those reports the next day, and then the next morning, we all came over, and we were all waiting to see if we could see you. And they said only 2, and I don't know how Mo and I got picked, but we went in, and that's when we saw Sarah and her sisters and everybody. And I do remember distinctly you squeezing my hand with your left hand. Mo was on the right side, and I was on the left side. And when I felt that, I was like, oh, thank God, because you could move it. Yeah, I know.
That's amazing to me now because I can barely move
Yeah, but
it now.
you were squeezing it. I remember it as clear as day. I don't know, Sarah, if you remember it or not.
Absolutely.
I was like, oh, thank God, this is gonna.
He's in there. He's in there.
Well, you guys need to know that as a group, your support got me through a lot. Got me through most of that, and it still does. You know, because I know that if I need anything, you know, it's one phone call and it'll happen. And I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And you know, I'll never be able to say thank you except to walk against somebody.
You don't have to thank us, buddy. Yeah. We love you too. And the thing I think the best of is the texts every once in a while we get from you. Your sense of humor has only actually improved.
What?
And
it was always excellent.
All right. Let me say you're. I think you said in one of the early ones that you're a smart ass. Your smart assness has improved.
Yeah.
And yes, you were always excellent at that too.
Okay,
But yeah.
Just want to know.
Absolutely.
You can't fit in the Griswolds unless you got thick skin
Oh, yeah.
and a quick retort.
Gotta have thick skin.
Gotta have thick skin.
Yeah. All right, boys. Thanks a lot. I
Love you, buddy.
And
Love you
thanks
too,
for taking part.
You're right about not having, other groups don't have this.
No, they don't. We run into teachers or people that we grew up with. I don't know if this is still going. Mr. LaPointe, for example, he'll
I
to
know.
this day will say, "You still hanging around with Stone and Wally and Hop?" And I go, "Absolutely."
He's the guy I really remember most who said that. Right?
Yeah.
He said, you don't know how rare that is. That doesn't happen.
I have other friends too that say,
Yeah, me too.
no one else, they don't know. They haven't seen these guys for a while.
Right.
All right, buddy.
All right, man.